Hi, this is Melanie, aka Princess Ninja, aka the Keto Critic, and for a short time, aka the Caffeinated Carnivore. So, I have the day off, obviously. You guys, I hope you're not too tired of videos yet, but I got another one coming for you, and this is a totally unexpected. So I'm gonna bring you to the crock pot, but I wanted to find a way to use up some ribs and get that nice fatty pork with the tendon and ligaments and all of that in it for the collagen while I'm doing this carnivore. But I also wanted to experiment with a bone broth that would be both keto and carnivore friendly. And I have nailed it. I have nailed it. Oh, this is so exciting. Happy day. Look at the bones. Look at the bones just falling out of this. This has been slow cooking in this crock pot for, I'd say close to 8 hours. And I'm getting ready to peel all of that delicious pork off of the bone. But let me tell you about how I seasoned this to make it as keto carnivore friendly as possible, and let me show you what I used. So I started with 2 cups of a chicken broth. Now this is a very large crock pot. There is probably 3 or 4 cups of bone broth in there. Well, it's not quite bone broth yet, but it's going to be. I started out with 2 cups of chicken broth. It was all organic, nothing added, just chicken broth and salt. I then added 3 tablespoons of malt vinegar, and I prefer this brand. And it's just vinegar. There's no carbs, there's no anything in that. Then I did ground cumin. Now I know there's a lot of carnivores out there that are going to disagree and say that cumin is not keto friendly. However, this is a non-GMO cumin. It gave it some really nice flavor for 1 tablespoon of that. Then I took a nice healthy 2 tablespoons of just black pepper, and then of course I used pink Himalayan sea salt. The flavor of this is absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to move these ribs to a plate where I'm going to take all of the skin, the fat, and the meat off the bones. Then I'm going to place the bones back in the crock pot and let them cook on low overnight. Now my house smells absolutely amazing. Look at this. This is no joke, guys. This is just look at this. It is just fall off the bone tender, and the vinegar did that. That is the reason why a lot of professional barbecue, for the barbecue cook-offs, they'll use mustard because mustard has a lot of vinegar. Look at this. Look at the meat. Look at the meat. It's just falling apart. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove all of these bones and then put them back in the crock pot. So I apologize. I called these short ribs and they're actually spare ribs. So I have removed all of the meat off the bone, and I've even been very careful to make sure I get all of that cartilage. And I'm going to throw this back in the pot and let that simmer. And the goal is to cook those bones so long that all of the marrow, all of the cartilage becomes part of the actual broth. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to strain the broth off and use that as bone broth. So I waited till the pork spare ribs were on sale. This is a full-size dinner plate. I'm going to section this into 3 different servings. And it's going to be, this is about 1.5 pounds of meat. So I'm going to section it into 3 servings. That is an easy meal prep. Just throw it in the crock pot, add a few of those ingredients, let it simmer on low while you're at work. You come home, shred it off the bone, let the bone and the cartilage continue to cook. I actually could turn it up on high heat, turn it off before I go to bed tonight, and I'm going to have some amazing bone broth, completely keto and carnivore friendly. $13, 3 delicious portions of meat. And so delicious. This stuff is so delicious, so tender. I mean, Go Keto. My dog wants some.